show in all the world, and to Sandy's Circus Adventure. So get ready for our three-ring circus of fun. If you're ready to play, move your star to whatever you want and press an action button.
Once upon a time, there was a little sea lion named Sandy. Although he was a wild sea lion, Sandy loved to play with people. And people loved to play with him. Sandy lived with his mother and his baby brother and sister on the rocks near the beach. It was supper time. Sandy was about to go and eat when he heard some strange music. On the nearby shore, he saw a sight unlike anything he had ever seen before. His mother had always warned him to stay away from people on the beach. But this time, Sandy just couldn't. As he went closer, he saw fantastic things. Tents and wagons and colorful pennants waving in the breeze. Sandy was so excited, he didn't notice anything else. When Sandy looked up, he was on the beach. He had never been so close to people.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and sea lions, get your tickets here for the greatest show in our hemisphere, the circus.
Sandy thought to himself, so that's what this was, a show, a circus. But what was that? Sandy thought he'd find out. Everywhere he looked, he saw something new. There were strange animals he'd never seen in the ocean, and funny-looking people playing games. Sandy couldn't decide what to do first at this circus. Should he play with the animals or play with the funny-looking people? Sandy jumped up to the clowns. What are these funny-looking people, he wondered. So, you want to be a clown too, huh? Sandy realized, so that's what they are, clowns.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention! Our circus is about to begin.
Sandy hurried to join in the parade. He hopped along beside the crazy clowns. But what was this? Sandy couldn't believe his eyes. There were sea lions here. Come on, little guy, don't you want to be a clown? Sandy wanted to be a clown, but he also wanted to go to the sea lions. He didn't know what to do. Sandy stayed with the clowns. Come on, let's throw some makeup on this guy.
Yeah! Give him a hat!
And now, it's time for the fantastic, the outrageous clowns! Say hello to Ruffles, Jocko, Kelly, Snappy, and Sandy.
Sandy had never been in a car before. Sandy liked being a clown. Uh-oh. Sandy didn't know what to do. Should he get out of here or stay with the clowns? Sandy liked playing with the clowns.
Popcorn here, get your popcorn here. Watch out!
I'll get him! I'll get him! That's my hat!
Sandy thought he could get away.
There he goes.
Oh no, not him again. Now which way should Sandy go? Sandy jumped on the scooter. He loved all this excitement.
No! No!
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Step right up and see the strongest man the world has ever known!
Hey, you!
And now, presenting the sizzling Lagostino!
Why, you little squirt! Get him! There he goes!
Get him!
There he goes! There's a little rat!
Now, what should Sandy do? Sandy was sure he'd lose them now. He'd go up. And so he climbed until he saw that he'd run out of rope. And there was nowhere to go, except maybe down.
Now we got you. Let's give this guy a ride.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the fastest ride this side of a rocket, and the first ever by a sea lion, Sandy!
What a ride! Sandy was exhausted. It had certainly been an exciting evening at the circus. When Sandy woke up the next morning, the first thing he saw was the circus. He thought about going back there, but then he saw his family. Sandy didn't know what to do. Should he go back to the circus or go home to his mom? Sandy wanted to visit the circus again, but what should he do first? Follow the animals or the clowns? What do you think he should do? Sandy jumped right up to the animals and began to play monkey in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the animals!
Sandy joined in the parade. He was thrilled to be a part of it all. Who was this strange person? And what was he doing?
A bird in the hand is worth two in my hat. Oh, there's something fishy in here. Now, that's food for thought, eh?
Sandy was really interested in that fish. He didn't know what to do. Follow the animals or go after the fish.
And now for my famous disappearing act.
Where did he go? He left his hat behind. Sandy wanted that fish. It had to be in there somewhere. Whoa! Before Sandy knew it, he was home again on his rock. When Sandy woke up the next morning, Sandy jumped up to the clowns. Sandy barged right into the sea lion act. He was eager to impress Sly, their leader. But Sly was not impressed. She was Samantha. and it was love at first sight. She thought Sandy was cute, but could he play ball? Maybe he couldn't, but he'd show her what a real sea lion could do. Sandy leaped and flipped and dove. In all her days in the circus, Samantha had never seen a sea lion who could swim like Sandy.
Ladies and gentlemen, enchanted you will be by the fabulous balancing lions from the sea.
Sandy thought he could be in the circus too. Sandy did his best, but a sea lion in love can easily find himself out of control. When he looked up, he saw Samantha, 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 Samantha. Only, which one was really her? Could this be the Samantha of his dreams?
Presenting the sensational Samantha!
Sandy thought he must be dreaming. Samantha wanted him to be in her act. Up, and up they went. Sandy would follow her anywhere. Well, almost anywhere. Sandy held on for his life, but it was too late. So he took the plunge. Together, they made quite a splash. And later that night, Sandy told Samantha that he missed his home on the rocks. But she belonged to the circus. It was the only home she'd ever known. Why, she'd never even been in the ocean. She was afraid of it. Sandy knew that a sea lion who was afraid of the ocean could no more survive there than he could in a circus cage. Then Samantha heard the circus music calling her. It was time for the finale. She had to go. Sandy said he hoped that one day they would be together again. And Samantha said she was sure they would. Still, Sandy had never felt this sad in his whole life. And so sadly, he swam out to his rock and fell fast asleep. Sandy jumped up to the clown. Sandy stayed with the clowns. Sandy thought, this must be the way out. And it was, sort of. Sandy thought, this must be the way out. And it was, sort of.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Sandy thought, this must be the way out. And it was, sort of. Sandy was sure he'd lose them now. Sandy jumped up to the clown. Was this the Samantha of his dreams? No, it wasn't her. It was Sly. And he was furious with Sandy for messing up his act.
That's enough of you, fella. You're coming with me.
Sandy felt awful. He could never live in a cage. But then he heard something. It was the real Samantha. And she had the keys to his escape. Samantha led Sandy out onto the beach, where they played together for hours. And later they said goodbye, knowing they would play again soon. What a great time Sandy had had at the circus. Could this be the real Samantha? Sandy had never been kissed so many times in his life, not even by his mom. This gal was hot. She was too much for Sandy. He headed for the hills, the beach. All he could think was girls. You can't live with them, and you can't live without them. Sandy jumped right up to the animals and began to play monkey in the middle.
Lady!
And now for Sandy jumped right up. Sandy stayed with the animals.
Introducing the amazing performing animals. We have Lady and Junior, the juggling bears. Dashing Derek, the fearless lion tamer with his ferocious felines. Leo, Lenny, and Larry. And Fifi and Pierre, those graceful dancing dogs.
Sandy didn't know which act to watch first. Sandy wanted to juggle with Lady and Junior, but they didn't seem to want to play with him. So Sandy took matters into his own hands. Flippers. No matter what Sandy did, he couldn't get their attention. But then he had an idea. He'd throw in the biggest thing he could find. Only he didn't realize it would be him. That was one act Sandy would never forget. But what should Sandy do next? There were two other acts to see. The dancing dog seemed so graceful. Sandy wondered if he could do that.
Get your cotton candy here. It'll melt in your mouth.
And so Sandy got to be a part of the circus in a way that few visitors ever do. Sandy was a big success. Everybody loved him.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the fastest ride this side of a rocket, Sandy!
Sandy decided to go home, even though he was in trouble with his mom. He would never be able to explain where he had been. And he was hungry, too. His mom understood little sea lions sometimes swim away from their families to explore. She was happy that Sandy had come back, and Sandy was happy too. But he still loved to play with people. Sandy had learned new tricks at the circus, and the people were amazed. They had never before seen a wild sea lion like this. And from that day on, people came from near and far to watch Sandy, the little sea lion, perform.